Hey guys, it's Nija. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm super excited about today's video. Today we are going to be talking about sex, money, and power. Okay, sex, money, and power. And this conversation really came online for me after watching a video that Amanda Flaker had put out, and she posted it with it was a black woman. I can't remember her name, but it was a really good conversation, and they were kind of talking about the same things. But this kind of came online for me when I watched this video, so I'm just sharing the downloads that came to me. And it's about sex, money, and power, okay? And the easiest way for me to break this down is by relating it to the chakras. So hopefully you guys are a little bit familiar with the chakras, but if you are not, I have a poster, okay? So I'm gonna use this little diagram to help me break this down for you guys. Okay, so the first thing I want to say is the lower three chakras are what keep us grounded in the 3D plane or the 3D realm, okay? The root chakra, the sacral chakra, and the solar plexus chakra, okay? So the root chakra, the sacral chakra, and the solar plexus chakra. Today we're talking about these three chakras down here. Now, what is the significance of the chakras? The chakras are the energy center points of the body. Now, the reason why I found such huge significance in the chakras, because I didn't always know about the chakras, but then when I learned about them, I was like, this is so good, okay? Because to understand the world around us, we have to have a really clear understanding of the world within us, okay? And so to understand the macro, you have to understand the micro. We are the micro. Knowing yourself on an individual level is how you're going to not only make sense of yourself, but make sense of the world around you, okay? The codes are already within us. We're just unlocking them based on what we're experiencing on the outside world, okay? So the most important thing that I want to talk to you guys today about are the first three chakras, the root, sacral, and solar plexus chakras. And the reason why they're so significant is because these three chakras are really what keep us grounded in the 3D physical world, okay? And as it pertains to this chat that we're having today, the root chakra, money, okay? The sacral chakra, sex, and the solar plexus chakra, power, okay? This is why we're talking about these three today. I have some notes if you see me looking down. I really just want to flow with it, but I gotta get these notes out first. Okay, so like I said, the first three chakras keep us grounded in the 3D realm. So if you really want to crack your 3D realm, you've got to become acquainted with your first three chakras. Now, it's so important to start from the bottom up. So from the root to the crown chakra, it's important to start from the bottom, because so many times in the spiritual community, people start from the top to the bottom. And the problem with this is if you are not grounded, okay, it's basically like gaining all this knowledge and wisdom and you never get to apply it or ground it through the body. So it's basically just like having all this knowledge and it kind of just is like flighty, right? It's not grounded, it's not concrete. So the reason why we start with the root chakra first is because again, the root chakra is the first phase of the physical manifestation, okay? If you look at the manifestation process, things have to go from the crown to the root to become materialized, right? So in order to crack this code, we've got to work backwards. We have to work from the root, the 3D realm, to the spiritual plane, to the crown chakra, okay? So that's the significance of working with the first three chakras first, okay? So the first thing I want to say is the reason why the world is so distorted is because they understood that if they could distort these first three chakras, literally, it would be so easy to manipulate people. And let me explain to you why. First, I'm going to talk about the significance of these three chakras as it pertains to our society right now. So first, starting with the root chakra, okay? So your root chakra is your ability to feel safe, to feel secure, to feel stable, right? To be grounded. That's why it is the root chakra, the grounding chakra, to be grounded in your physical body, okay? And the reason why it's so significant to be grounded in the physical body is because if you understand, we are multidimensional creatures, okay? We didn't start with a physical physical body. In fact, we started in the spiritual realm, we started in the mental realm, we started in the conscious realm. So we are consciousness inhabiting physical vessels, right? Which is why so many things in our world seem so distorted, because we're trying to understand things from our conscious perspective instead of really being integrated into the human 3D body, okay? So the root chakra, again, is your security, your stability, and I'll show you guys where it's located, but most of you guys already know this, right here, okay? So we're gonna talk about money as it pertains to the root chakra, okay? So a lot of people have root chakra problems, and if you want to know if you have a root chakra problem, let me just bust this out right quick, right? If you have a problem with your lower back, your blood, your skeleton, your feet, your knees, your hips, your teeth, your nails, your rectum, or your spine, you could have a root chakra problem, okay? Why is this? Because the physical manifestation of having problems in these parts of your body is a spiritual representation of what is not energetically in flow in your body, okay? I'll give you an example. If you suffer from lower back pain, right? That is your body's physical manifestation that says you might have root chakra imbalance, or the energy in your root chakra might be out of balance, manifesting itself as lower back problems, okay? I'll give you another example. If we jump up to the solar plexus chakra, let's say you have digestion problems, right? It's hard for you to digest stuff. You always have stomach problems. You get ulcers and all kinds of stuff. That is a physical manifestation of you having an energetic imbalance in the solar plexus, okay? So any kind of ailment that we have in the body, we can attribute it to having an energetic imbalance in one of the chakra points within the body. So that's just a little fun fact. Any problem that you have physically in your body. Now, this is not to bypass getting medical help if you need medical help, you know what I mean? Like, you don't just say, oh, my back is broken, you know, it's just a problem with my root chakra, but if I fix my root chakra, then my back will be fine, you know? Like, yes and no. Like, yes, you do still want to get your physical body taken care of, but understand that it is the result of a prolonged energetic imbalance that caused the physical manifestation of whatever element that you're having, okay? Just a little side note. So, yeah, we're gonna talk about money first, okay? Because this video topic is sex, money, power. So money. A lot of people think they have a money problem, but they don't. Okay, and I know we're talking about the root chakra, but this kind of talks about the root and the sacral chakra. You don't have a money problem. You have a creation problem, okay? It's not a money problem. It's a creation problem. So, yeah, whenever people have like you don't have enough money, you're not making enough money, you're not happy with what you're doing for money, anything like that is a result of you not stepping fully into your creation power, okay? And I'm going to talk about how to remedy this towards, you know, later on in the video, but I just wanted to say that, right? So people in this world who don't feel secure, don't feel safe, don't feel stable, it's because they have a root chakra problem. And again, I'm going to tell you guys how to fix that in just a little bit. The next thing is the sacral chakra, right? So much hypersexuality going on now in our society. The women are hypersexualized. The men are losing their ish over hypersexualized women, like, you know what I mean? Or just like there's super huge like pornography culture, porn culture, you know, like this is just things that we're really dealing with. And the reason why we're dealing with it is because the powers that be, you know, the people who wanted to distort or flip all these energies understood that if they can distort your ability to feel safe and secure, if they can distort your ability to create, aka your sacred sexual energy, and if they can distort your power, your willpower, and your personal power, they basically can control you in the 3D world, because again, the first three chakras are what anchor the human into the 3D realm and the 3D experience. Now, not to say that the other chakra points from the heart up are not as equally, if not more important, but the reason why they were able to manipulate so many people is because they got control of these lower 3 chakras. And if they get control of the lower 3 chakras, you will never be able to ascend or raise to your higher self or to reach a certain state of evolved consciousness, because again, the Kundalini energy starts from the base of the spine to the top of the crown, right? So this sacred secretion, or this sacred Kundalini energy, cannot raise to the top. Your consciousness cannot rise. You cannot ascend. You cannot rise in consciousness if you do not first master these first 3 energy points: the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus. And that's why the attacks are so heavy on these 3 points, okay? It's taken me a while to get this out. I'm sorry, but I'm working with it, okay? So let me just say this. Women play a huge role in this, not only this world, but in this entire construct of the 3D world. They understood that if they could suppress and manipulate the women, that everyone would follow suit. Why? Because the women are the creators of human life forms in the 3D reality, okay? Again, this is why there's so much like, you know how they're like, there's like a big transgender movement, right? Where like you're starting to see now, like on TLC, there are like men who used to be women that transitioned into men having babies, right? Or they're trying to really push the African community to, or the African women to transition into men, right? Like there's just this huge distortion. Why? Because they understand that the women, okay, are the creators of life on the planet, okay? So to stop or distort the creators of life, everybody else has to follow suit. Let me give you an example. Okay, so the women have the babies, right? The women typically are the nurturer and providers of the babies, right? So if you distort the woman, then you are also inadvertently distorting the children as well. Okay, and the children, male or female, are who are going to grow up and take on the society, right? Continue the flow of society, right? So to distort and pervert the women, you basically distort and pervert everything, okay? Nobody stands a chance if you distort and pervert the women. And that's exactly what's happened. Again, this is why you see like in pornography, the mistreatment of women. You also see it like in certain cultures, you know, the women are extremely suppressed and they don't have a voice, right? And you see how those societal systems are so corrupt, right? Because the feminine energy is so suppressed. Okay, so again, to suppress the feminine energy, or to take control of the women, the creators of society, you can in turn control society. And that's why it's so hard in society on women, because again, they understand if they can control the people who bring life into the world, they can control the world. If I can suppress the people, the person who is creating life, then I am controlling the life. I control everything if I can control her. And that's why the strongholds on women are so heavy. Not just women, but on feminine energy. Okay, so let me continue. So that's why they try so hard to pervert and mistreat the women, because if women wake up to their power and how powerful they really are, how significant their role is in society as the life bringers, as the life bearers in society, also as the teachers and nurturers of society, things will be so much different. But the reason why the world is so perverted is because women, sorry, I heard a noise. Women are not in their true power, okay? So let's continue. So again, this is talking about suppressing the sacral sexual energy, right? So, and this has a lot to do with the feminine energy as well, because if they can control the feminine energy, you can in turn control the sacred sexual energy, right? And obviously both men and women have this sacred sexual energy, but the thing is, the women are the receivers, right? And the men are the givers. So I'll break this down a little bit further, but I wanted to put this out here first because this is how sex has been perverted. Now, sex, again, is connected to the sacral chakra, right? Sex, sacred chakra. But it's not just about sex. The sacral chakra is not just about sex, but they make us think it's just about sex by hyper-perverting sex, right? By first telling us that sex is bad, like a lot of us's first introduction into sex is through religion, right? So like growing up, all you know about sex, if you're like from a Christian background like I was, is you don't have sex until you're married, you don't talk about sex, you don't do the act, you don't, you know what I mean? Like just so much stigma around sex. Don't look at it, don't talk about it, it's wrong, it's bad. This is the first suppression of the sacred sexual energy or the sacral chakra energy, okay? Understand the sacral chakra energy is not just about sex. It is also about creation, okay? Creation, creation, creation. The sacral chakra rules creation within us. It's not just about sex, but if they can pervert the idea of sex, of sexual reproduction, of that entire act, they can also pervert creation. Now we're not creating to our full capacity because we are not only are we shame ourselves, we shame others, okay? We condemn ourselves, we condemn others, right? So it's like nobody is creating from their heart space because we're all afraid that we're going to be judged because of what we create. No one wants to create something newer out of the box because if we copy and repeat what has already been created, that's safer, right? It's safe. So yes, sacral chakra is not just about sex. It's the creation energy, right? Creation goes down the chakras, okay? So remember I was telling you about the manifestation process starts from the crown because we get the idea out of the electromagnetic field, right? We grab the idea, it goes through the crown, through the top of the head, comes down and enters the head as a thought, right? And then it goes down into the first eye or the third eye, right? And yeah, it goes down to the third eye, and then you are able to see visions of it, of your creation or of your manifestation. You can now see it once it hits this point, right? And now that you see it, you can continue to go down. And now you feel it in your heart space. What does it feel to have this manifestation or to receive this manifestation, right? And then after you feel it, it goes down again into the solar plexus, okay? And this is your willpower. Do you have the willpower to take action on what you have seen, what you have felt, what you have downloaded into your consciousness, right? So it hits that solar plexus chakra, and now it's time for you to take action, right? Solar plexus rules your willpower, your personal power, your self-acceptance, your confidence. Do you have the confidence to bring this into fruition? Do you have the, you know what I mean? Like, are you driven? Are you disciplined? Okay, so it goes down to the solar plexus. Then it goes to your sacral chakra, your sexual energy. But it's not all about sex. Once it goes down to the sacral chakra, this is where you create. This is the creation phase, okay? Your creativity, okay? You've seen it. You see how it's supposed to look, right? Now you have to act upon it, create it, right? What materials are you gathering to create it? What are you throwing into the mix to create it? Like what are you doing to create your manifestation? That's in the sacral chakra, okay? And then the last phase of manifestation is hitting the root chakra, right? This is when you physically see your manifestation manifest once it hits the root chakra or the 3D world, right? It's grounded, it's rooted into reality now. So that's what I mean when I say your manifestation goes through the chakra points, okay? So, yes, so your creation, whatever you're creating, it is gonna go through the points, right? It's gonna go through your chakra points to get down to the physical reality, okay? So, and that's something that's really cool to kind of think about. Anything that you're trying to manifest, understand that it goes through the chakra points, okay? It goes from the crown to the third eye, to the heart, to the solar plexus, to the sacral, to the to the sacral, to the root. I felt like I was missing something in there, but you guys get what I'm saying, right? So that is the manifestation process, right? And again, this is why they try so hard to distort the first three chakras, the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus, okay? So let's continue. So now I want to talk about how you can restore balance into these chakra points, right? So that you can have flow in your sex, money, and power, okay? Here's the significance of why I titled this Sex, Money, and Power, okay? Everybody thinks that the world is ruled by money, okay? But the world is not ruled by money. Money is a physical manifestation of energy exchange. We use money as the face of the energy exchange, right? So instead of saying, I'll do this for you if you do that for me, we kind of slap money in front of it and say, I'll do this for you if you give me this money, and you do this for me if you give me that money, right? So it literally just it literally just brings down this energy into the 3D world. The physical manifestation of money is only significant because it shows us physically, visibly, the exchange of energy in our society, okay? And again, where your energy flows, or where your energy goes, your energy flows, right? Where your attention goes, your energy flows, right? So whatever you spend your money on, that is your energy being siphoned into that direction. So for example, let's say you're a smoker, right? And you work, you get a paycheck, right? Your money is representation of your energy. Now, if you take your money and spend it on a pack of cigarettes, right? That is showing you, this is highlighting to you where your energy is going. You don't physically see it. Well, you do physically see it when you exchange that money for that pack of cigarettes, but this is, in a spiritual sense, this is showing you your energy is being siphoned into this product, okay? I'll give you another example. Let's say you start a business, right? Where your attention goes, your energy flows. So you start your business and you start taking the money that you've gained and you start putting this money into your business, right? Putting the money in the business, putting the money in the business, and then the business starts to grow. Where your energy goes, where your attention goes, your energy flows, right? So if you're paying attention to your business, nurturing it and all this stuff, and it begins to grow, it's because you're feeding it with your energy, okay? Money is the physical manifestation of energy. If you want to see what's important to somebody, or where, like, pay attention to the money. You know how they say follow the money? That's why you follow the money, because to follow the money is to follow where the energy is going, right? So another example, if you look at our government, right? You can tell what is the priority of our government based on where the money is going, right? So we're paying all this money in taxes and fees and all this stuff, and it's going to the government. We can see what's important to the government by seeing how the government distributes the money. So if the government distributes the money to fund the military, to fund the police, to fund, I don't know, NASA, right? We can see what's important to our government by seeing where the money is going. Now, this subconsciously is also what is important to us because we feed the government. The government is fed through our money, through our energy, okay? We give our energy in exchange for certain things. But the thing is, if you do not agree with how these systems are expending energy, then you have to fix, you have to go back and fix the problem. So anyway, back to the root chakra. Okay, so if you have a problem feeling secure in yourself, it's a root chakra problem. And again, you can see the physical manifestations of root chakra problems in your life, right, through your body. So a question that I ask is, how are you secure outside of money, right? So if the Maya, if the illusion is the fact that we use paper money instead of acknowledging that it is energy, not money, how do you feel secure without money? How do you personally allow yourself to feel secure without money? Okay, that's the question. And some examples of how one might feel secure without money is through your relationships, through your family and friends. Like, you might feel secure because you have a good relationship with your family. So to strengthen your root chakra, you might want to strengthen your relationship with your family or strengthen your relationship with your friendships, right? Another example is being secure in who you are with yourself, right? So having a problem with your root chakra just means that you do not feel self-sufficient. You do not feel like you will be taken care of. You kind of, it's like a responsibility to self. You feel like you're not responsible enough for yourself. Therefore, you would have a root chakra problem. The way to restore balance is to feel 100% responsible for yourself, take responsibility for yourself, and also know that you are secure in yourself, right? So that's real security. Finding your security in non-physical ways is how you strengthen your root chakra, okay? So understanding that you are the creator of your reality and your perception is your resonance. So you can always be secure and solid in your root chakra if you understand that you're in control of how you perceive your reality and you're in control of your resonance that you emit, the feelings that you emit through your relationship with your reality, okay? So this is how you strengthen your root chakra. You don't have a money problem, right? You don't have a security problem even. You just don't feel secure in yourself. And there's a way to feel secure without money, okay? So before money was ever created, you know, people obviously probably had like stronger energy in their root chakra area because they weren't dependent on the physical manifestation of money to tell them that, you know, you're secure, you're stable, you're solid. They had other means of doing that, be it, I have a great family, so I feel secure. I know who I am and I'm secure in who I am. I know myself. Knowing thyself strengthens the root chakra, right? So there's ways to get your needs met outside of the Maya or outside of the illusion. And the sooner that you realize that, you know, your root chakra is not weak because you don't have money. Your root chakra is weak because something within you doesn't want to take personal responsibility for yourself, okay? It is what it is. So let's move down or move up to the sacral chakra now. Creation. Are your creations liberating you? So again, you know how I said you don't have a money problem, you have a creation problem. So a lot of people's problem with the root chakra is they don't have enough money, therefore they cannot secure their reality. But the truth is, your creation equals currency, and this is the truth of the matter. We're supposed to use our gifts and our talents and the things that we've been given to create the reality that we want to exist in, right? All of your financial needs will be met when you are in flow with the life that you're meant to be living, and that just is what it is. It's the truth. So we have to ask ourselves then, pertaining to the sacral chakra, are your creations liberating you? Not, what can I do to make money? So a lot of us ask the question, what can I do to make money? And it's backwards, because if you're in flow, you're going to be receiving money as a byproduct of doing what you're meant to be doing in life, okay? So I said, what can I create that fills my soul? That's how we want to be using our sacral energy. And I know, like, a lot of times in our spiritual community, we're always talking about no fap, no fap, no fap, like don't have sex, don't bust, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yes, that is very significant. That will definitely help you, but it also will make you out of balance if you're not creating while you're doing the process of no fap or semen retention, or for women, what is it? Sacred secretion retention, right? Like whatever it may be for you. Don't just restrict yourself. Don't just hold off the energy, right? Like, yes, you're holding on to the energy, you're charging up the energy, but now, so that you can continue to be in balance, what are you creating with this energy? Are you writing a book? Are you making music? Are you, you know what I mean? Like, what are you creating as a result of holding on to this sacred sexual energy, right? It's not just about hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Now I'm a magnet. You still have to create. Something must be created, okay? Creation is currency. If you want to liberate yourself financially, you must be a creator, okay? And what you create is completely and utterly up to you, but a really great hint is the best creations not only help yourself, but they help others. Again, don't go at it from the idea of what can I create that others need to consume, what can I create that really gives me joy, that really makes me excited, that really makes me feel great. And then once you come at it from that perspective, because we are all one, whatever you create that is good for you, it's going to be good for others. So it doesn't really matter if, you know, you come at it from the perspective of what can I create for others? Create it for you first, because we are all one. So if we're all one, what I create for me and it's good for me, it's going to be good for you. It's going to be good for the collective, right? So this is the perspective we want to come at creation from, okay? You don't have a money problem, you have a creation problem. You're not creating. And a lot of people don't know what to create because they don't know themselves. They don't know, you know what I mean, like what they need, what would make them happy, right? So yeah, your creations are your abundance, okay? Abundance is real. Having unlimited resources, that is real. This is a real thing. And I think we're all starting to slowly come online to the idea that abundance is a legitimate thing and that the natural order of the universe is abundance. And another way to kind of co-sign with this idea is understanding that your creations are your abundance, okay? You have unlimited potentiality. It's limitless because you're constantly coming up with new ideas, right? These can be money-making ideas, but they have to go down the chakras, from the crown to the third eye to the heart to the, you know what I mean? It has to go down, or to the throat, right? Oh, that's what I was forgetting last time, your throat chakra. It has to go down the chakra points to see it physically manifest, okay? So your creation is your abundance, or is your currency. If you want to be rich, you have to be rich in creations. You have to be the ultimate creator. You have to know what you're creating and why you're creating and feel really great about your creations. And because you feel good about your creations, other people will feel good about your creations, and money will be a byproduct of what you create, because you are the ultimate creator, okay? Abundance is abundance is a natural order of things, and the way that we tap into abundance is through creations. We are here as humans to create, okay? That's what we're here for, okay? So this is what really keeps us in the game. Okay, people think that money keeps you in the game. The more money you have, the more you can play full out in the 3D realm, right? But it's like, no, the more you create, the more you can live full out, okay? The more you create, and if you think about it, the richest people in the world are the creators of the world, okay? They've created something for everybody in society to use, therefore they are rich and successful, okay? So you don't have a money problem, you have a creation problem. And also, don't feel like your creations have to be perfect before you release them. And also, don't feel like you have to create what's already been created, okay? And I know it's hard to be like, well, what can I create that hasn't been created? Because we all only know what has been created, right? But it's like, the more you step into your true power and your true self, the more you'll be able to create things that have never been created before, okay? So we're not copying, pasting what's already here. We're starting to create new. And I know they say there's nothing new under the sun, but trust me, there are some creations that we have the DNA pattern to create these things, and maybe they have been created, but we're not aware that they're created. But once we create it, it's like a new neurotransmitter that comes online. You know how they say we have all this junk DNA within us? It's not junk DNA, it just hasn't been activated, okay? So the more we come online, the more we have these talks about, you know what I mean, spirituality and what it is and what, you know what I mean? The more we have these talks, the more these neurotransmitters come online within us. And then it's like we're lit up like a Christmas tree on the inside because things are online, okay? There's so much within us that is not online, but through having these conversations, we're slowly, like, something makes sense, something resonates. It's like a light bulb goes off, and then like it connects to something that you already knew before, and then it's like a grid, like it just all lights up. I hope that makes sense. Okay, anyway, we're gonna move down to the solar plexus, right? I'm gonna teach you how to flex this muscle. So the solar plexus rules your confidence, okay? How confident do you feel in yourself? And also rules your ability to get things done, right? If you're confident that the outcome will be good, then you will take more action. A lot of people don't take action because they're unsure or they're not confident in what the result will be, right? So the way to really flex this muscle, I call it a muscle, I call all the energy points in the body, they're kind of like muscles, right? So the way to flex this one is to have more personal power, more willpower, right? So how can we do this? You can flex this muscle by practicing with your food. What are the things that you're eating? So like, let's say you're a really junky eater, you don't really eat things that are good for you, where you can flex your solar plexus muscle or strengthen that solar plexus by restricting what you eat, or restricting the negative things that you're eating, right? So if you're somebody who kind of just like eats willy-nilly all day long, whenever you want to, you can strengthen your solar plexus energy by putting yourself, by basically disciplining yourself, by saying, I'm gonna eat between this window and this window, or saying I'm only gonna eat this, or saying I'm no longer gonna eat these things that are bad for me, right? Another example is through exercise. Like if you're somebody who doesn't like to exercise, or you hate to exercise, you can flex your solar plexus energy muscle by making yourself exercise, making yourself go to the gym. If you say you're going to go to the gym every Wednesday, go to the gym every Wednesday. If you say you're going to go to if you're going to exercise for 30 minutes every day, exercise for 30 minutes every day. This is how you strengthen that muscle. And by strengthening that muscle, you're gaining more confidence within yourself. You're strengthening your willpower. All these positive things that are associated with having a balanced solar plexus chakra, you will gain. Same thing goes for all of the chakras, okay? But we're focusing on the bottom 3 right now. You can flex these chakra muscles and make them stronger, okay? Thus allowing the Kundalini energy to flow through you much easier, okay? AKA having your ascension process much easier, or becoming more and more conscious much easier, okay? Through the chakra points. This is the significance of the chakras. Okay, I'm almost done. Last few things I want to say is pertaining to the solar plexus chakra. Stop giving your flesh everything it desires. This weakens the solar plexus energy, okay? Not having restraints, not setting boundaries for what you do and don't do, right? This is what weakens the solar plexus. So like, let's say, you know, you want to have a drink, you want to drink some alcohol, and you know you probably shouldn't, but your flesh is saying, I want to drink, I need a drink, I need a drink, I want to drink, right? If you give it to yourself and you don't, but you know that you shouldn't, this is weakening the solar plexus or your willpower, okay? So again, the solar plexus rules your willpower. If you want to strengthen your willpower and strengthen your discipline, you have to be harder on yourself. You have to create more boundaries in regulating things like your food, your exercise, your, you know what I mean? Anything like that that is going to give you more confidence, okay? You'll have more confidence in yourself when you strengthen these things about yourself. Again, and this is why they F up the food so bad, because again, the food is directly corresponding to the solar plexus because it has to do with your digestion, your stomach, your, you know what I mean? So saying all this to say, this is why these things are so, you know what I mean, messed up the way that they are. This is why they go after the food so bad, because the food will stop you from feeling confident in yourself. It will stop you from having the willpower to fight back. It will stop you from doing all of these things. If you don't have the confidence to fight back, you know, and you won't have it because you're eating burgers and Big Macs and French fries and all kinds of terrible things for your body, right? This weakens the solar plexus chakra, okay? Which also will also hinder your personal power, self-acceptance, self-worth, trusting and accepting yourself, and your gut feeling. All that will be tampered with if you do not strengthen your solar plexus energy, okay? So saying all this to say, the people were given power, the people in our society who were given power, they were given power falsely, okay? So, and I'm talking about like ball players, rappers, entertainers, politicians, right? These are like the people in our society who a lot of people kind of marvel over, like, oh my God, they're so great. But it's like they were given power in a wrong way, right? So it's like That's why we're so confused, and that's why we continue to fall into these loops. I'll give you an example, like how women see Cardi B, right? And we're like, oh my God, it's Cardi B. Like her butt is so big and she's so provocative and she's so blah, 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 right? She wasn't given this power because, you know, she really is the shit. She was given this power by the powers that be to further distort the energies, okay? Another example, ball players. Are they really that great and fantastic and wonderful? I'm sure they're great people, right? But it's like, they're not all that. But why are they making so much money? Because the powers that be grant them the power, the money, the blah, 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 in order to further distort the perception of the people, so that we think, oh, if I want to be rich, I have to be a rapper. If I want to be rich, I have to show my ass. If I want to be rich, I have to be a crooked politician, because these are the people who are in power. So if I want to be in power, I have to look like that. It's distorted, okay? So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. I know this video was kind of all over the place, and I'm sorry about that. But I hopefully there was like a few good nuggets in there that you could, you know, kind of chew on mentally for a little bit. But long story short, the significance of this video is to bring light and awareness to the first 3 chakras. And if we can learn to be in control of these first 3 chakras, the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus, if we can gain control of these energy points, we will be able to ascend to the heart chakra, and to the throat chakra, and to the third eye, and to the crown, okay? So don't try to hit these other points before you master the 3 chakra points that are connecting you to the physical 3D realm, okay? Because if you try and bypass it, you're going to be floating up in these places, right? And you're not going to have a grounded foundation, okay? I think we come here and have the human experience so that we can feel grounded in the experience and fully gain the lessons and the knowledge by completely grounding into these bodies, right? So yeah, that is my video. That is what I have to say about the first 3 chakras, how it pertains to sex, money, and power. That is why these 3 things are so distorted in our society. The sex industry and like sex is so distorted because they want us to hyper focus on sex instead of creativity, but it's not about the sex, it's about the creativity, right? Because what is happening in the act of having sex? We're supposed to be having sex to create life, right? That is the ultimate creation. That is creativity, right? So yeah, that is sex, creativity. Money, pertaining to the root chakra, they kind of distort it by making us think it's all about the money, it's all about the money, but really it's all about being secure, feeling secure in your root, feeling grounded in yourself, okay? No matter what happens, feeling like nothing can shake you. Doesn't matter if I have $1 million in my bank account or $1 in my bank account. Being grounded is such that it doesn't matter what, you know, like what physical things you've attained in life, you can still feel grounded without having anything. And that's the point that we have to be at when it comes to our root chakra, pertaining to money. And then the last thing, our power, our solar plexus chakra. You know, we give away so much of our power. We give it away, we give it away, we give it away. We give it away willingly, right? Because they cannot take this from us. We have to willingly give it away, right? So pertaining to the solar plexus chakra, like just understanding that we have the power, and you can claim back your power by the things that you're eating, what you're spending your money on, you know, like the things that you're partaking in. Strengthening the solar plexus energy means that you're denying the flesh, you're delaying instant gratification, and you're, you know what I mean, like it really is just about delaying gratification, right? Delaying satisfaction to the body, delaying pleasures to the body, okay? This strengthens your willpower, okay? Which in turn will strengthen your confidence. If you have the more solar plexus power that you have, this is like literally like the sun, the powerhouse of the body. The more willpower you can you know, gather, whether it's like through not having sex or through not eating the things you're not supposed to be eating, or by not partaking in what it is that you're not supposed to be partaking in, this strengthens the solar plexus energy. And when that internal soul, right, when that internal soul is illuminated, it's a game changer. And again, it's easier to connect to the higher points and the higher chakras, so that the Kundalini energy can rise to the top when these things are in alignment. So that is all I have to say today. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please give the video a thumbs up. And yeah, tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. What is your perception of the chakra points, the first 3? Or if you want to talk about the other ones, we can talk about that too. Yeah, I love you guys. I'll see you in my next video.